Harper, and then for the invocation offered by Ms. Rose Heather Latrice Gaddison.
Good evening, graduates, family, friends, and staff. It is an honor to celebrate each graduate who has worked consistently, efficiently, and earnestly to reach this day. Please join me by bowing your heads for a moment of prayer. Our Father, thank you for allowing each graduate the grace, mercy, and strength to focus, execute, and ensure the completion of this journey to graduation. Many may have had testimonies and challenges that tried to deter them and keep them from accomplishing today's goal. But we are grateful to have made it through the storms and passed the test to arrive at this moment of celebration. To our family, faculty, friends, and colleagues, we offer our gratefulness for your words of encouragement, support, and help along this pathway. We are thankful to you for allowing us the opportunity to not just graduate today, but to embark on new adventures and territory. Therefore, I decree and declare nothing but success in our future, with doors opening, easy transitioning, deposits made, plenty of new opportunities, and increased learning experiences for you to guide us with grace and mercy to see us through. Nothing will stop our endeavors as we gain new strength to embark on new territory. We thank you for not forgetting about us while we fought with sleepless nights, and we ask you continue blessings as we make adjustments to our daily lives while striving to succeed in today's society. Now, as we move forward, let us not forget the lessons learned from you and from our families, friends, instructors, and colleagues. We thank you. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Harper and Ms. Gaddison. Please take your seats. Again, good evening and welcome to the commencement ceremony for Troy University's Phenix City campus. I am Dr. Dion Rosser-Mims, the campus vice chancellor. We are pleased that you have joined us to celebrate the accomplishments of tonight's graduates. At this time, it is my pleasure to recognize members of the platform party and distinguished guests in the audience. As I introduce our platform party, I would ask each to stand as their names are called and remain standing so that we may recognize them. Please hold your applause to recognize everyone at one time. Dr. Belgi Sergi, the Wallace D. Malone Jr. Award recipient for the outstanding faculty who carried in the mace and led the entrance procession. Dr. Lance Tatum, Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, and who will introduce our speaker for this evening later on. Mr. Chance Corbett, Chairman of the Russell County Commission of Phenix City, Alabama. Mr. Isaiah Harper, Troy University alumnus who led us in the national anthem and will lead us in the alma mater at the end of the program. Dr. Stephen Taylor, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Dewey Todd, Assistant Dean and Professor for the Sorrell College of Business. Dr. Suzanne Tu Washburn, Associate Professor of Rehabilitation Counseling in the College of Education. Dr. Kelly Whitted, Associate Professor of Nursing in the College of Health and Human Services. Dr. Mary Ann Templeton, Associate Provost and Dean of the Graduate School. And Ms. Maggie Bonds, Phenix City Campus Registrar. Please join me in recognizing them. Please be seated. I would also like to recognize our distinguished guests in our audience. Please stand as your name is called and hold your applause until everyone has been recognized. Honorable Karen Carter, Board of Trustees of Troy University. Mayor Eddie Lowe, Mayor of Phenix City, Alabama. Please remain standing. Mr. Steve Paquette, President of Troy's Chattahoochee Valley Alumni Chapter. Ms. Roz Durden, who is a former employee of West Rock, Mark Mill, and a strong volunteer and advocate in the Phenix City as well as the Muskogee County areas. Mr. Isaiah Hughley, Columbus City Manager. Ms. Eugenia Upshaw, Russell County Board of Education member. Dr. Rosemary Watkins, Chattahoochee Valley Community College Director of Strategic Initiatives. And her colleague, Mr. David Fletcher, again with CVCC, the Institutional Advancement Coordinator. And then finally, Ms. Lumina Sevki, the spouse of tonight's mace bearer. Please join me in recognizing these distinguished guests. We are most fortunate to have an excellent and experienced faculty at our university. I would ask them to stand at this time to be recognized. Additionally, to recognize our past graduates, our alumni. If you are a graduate of Troy University in our audience tonight, we ask you to please stand and be recognized. An important part of the commencement tradition is that of the commencement address. The speaker is selected to both honor our graduates and to encourage them to use their new status wisely. Introducing our speaker for tonight is Senior Vice Chancellor, Dr. Lance Tatum.
Thank you, Dr. Rosser Mims. Thank you for your leadership that you provide our Phenix City campus, but also thank you for your leadership that you provide to the city of Phenix City as well as Russell County. On behalf of our Chancellor, Dr. Jack Hawkins Jr., and our Board of Trustees, it is my honor to bring you greetings at tonight's graduation ceremony. Many of you gather here tonight recognizing that life is not a destination, but a journey. In Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken, the traveler must make a decision about what road to take in life. The poem reads, two roads diverged in a wood. I chose the one less traveled, and it has made all the difference. Less than 1% of the world's population holds a baccalaureate degree. The lifelong benefits which will be afforded to you from your education cannot be overstated. What also can't be overstated are the sacrifices that you, your family, and your colleagues, and most especially your family, have made to make this moment possible. So we are here not only to celebrate you, but to also to say thank you to those who supported you in your journey. With the family members of our graduates, please stand and let our graduates recognize you for the love and support that you provided them during their pursuit of their degree. Lots of celebration. Earlier, Dr. Rosser Mims recognized our faculty. One of the greatest strengths of Troy University is, in my opinion, our faculty. If students represent the heart of an institution, then the faculty represents its soul. It's the faculty that day in and day out work with our students to help them achieve their educational and professional goals. And I also want to take an opportunity to say thank you for all that you do in supporting not only our students, but our university. Now to our graduates. Tonight your journey begins anew. For now you possess something that can never be taken away from you, your education. My challenge to you is to use that degree to make a difference. The time will come when you will be called upon to make a difference in your community. Embrace the role of leadership. We need you to be active, contributing members of your communities. I want to encourage you to not merely participate in life, but to contribute to life. You can and should be contributors in all parts of your life. The world will be a better place because of it. And I know that Troy University has prepared you well to achieve those goals. And it's my honor to welcome you to the Troy University alumni family, which numbers more than 170,000 members and who are found throughout the world. As a token of appreciation for you, I have been asked to extend to each of you a free year's membership to the Troy University National Alumni Association. Take this year and make good use of your membership, because the free membership is only good for 1 year. After that, we would invite you to join and continue to contribute to the good work carried out by our Alumni Association. We often say at commitments that the value of your degree is not stagnant. It will either increase or decrease over time. Your involvement in your university will help us to add value to your degree, and you will benefit from it. Congratulations for what you have achieved tonight. Your university is very proud of you. And I'm also proud to have the privilege to introduce tonight's commencement speaker, who represents the very best of Troy through his dedication of service to his community. Chance Corbett is a lifelong resident of Russell County and has been married to Jennifer for 21 years. They have 2 children, Colton, who is 17, and Alice, who is 12. Chance started his public service career at the young age of 15 as a volunteer firefighter and became the youngest emergency medical technician in the state of Alabama. Mr. Corbett went on to work for the Russell County Sheriff's Office, where in 1997 he was promoted to patrol sergeant and served 5 years on the SWAT team, 3 years of which he served as its team leader. In 2001, Mr. Corbett was appointed by the Russell County Commission as Emergency Management Director for Russell County, where he served for 7 more years until Auburn University recruited him to create their first emergency management program. Chance retired from Auburn University in December of 2020, and 4 days later accepted the position of Emergency Manager and Director of Homeland Security for the city of Columbus, Georgia, where he continues to serve today. Dedicated to his home county, Mr. Corbett is in his 3rd term as a Russell County Commissioner and is currently serving as Chairman of the County Commission. First elected in 2012, Chance has led a number of projects 3 of which received national recognition by the National Association of Counties. Mr. Corbett's goal is to continue to make Russell County a better place to live for all citizens. Chance received his bachelor's degree in criminal justice and a master's degree in education from Troy University. He also holds paramedic and law enforcement certificates in both Alabama and Georgia, as well as international emergency management certification. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming an outstanding community leader and a great alumnus of Troy University, the Honorable Chance Corbett.
Good evening. Thank you, Dr. Tatum, Dr. Rosser-Mims. It is my absolute privilege to be here tonight. It was great seeing the introduction of the leadership here, whom several I work with, Mayor Lowe, great to see you tonight, and City Manager Isaiah Hughley. I actually work for him, so appreciate you being here tonight too. And I know you're here for some special people, and that's a great thing. Again, it's an honor and a privilege for me to be asked to do this tonight. As mentioned, I am an alum of Troy University. I am very proud of Troy University. I'll talk a little bit about my family connection as we go through this as well. But I want to thank you as graduates and family members for giving me a few minutes of your time tonight to talk to you and to talk to you before you're recognized for such a great accomplishment. It cannot be underscored. I can promise you it is one of the things that I have done in my life that I absolutely do not regret. It's something that was a good decision, and I promise you'll see the same. When I was first asked to sit up here, the first thing I thought about was when I was sitting right where you are, in the same seats, getting ready to come up. And I don't remember what the speaker said, but I hope tonight I can say something that goes with you. What I do remember about that night is how I felt that I wanted to make my family proud with what I've done. But what I figured out when I come across that stage was just how proud it made me feel of myself. Okay? And it was the dedication that I had put forward to get that degree, and you're seeing that tonight from yourself. You're going to realize that the rest of your life. Your kids are going to realize it, your family. So it's a great accomplishment. So, and let me start off by saying I really appreciate the bio. It is amazing even for me to sit down and hear some of the things, because I sometimes forget I started at 15 as a volunteer fireman, and was crawling and burning buildings before I was a teenager, before I was finished being a teenager. But what I think the most about is my public safety career is giving back to my community, giving back to my communities, because I've had the opportunity, as he's mentioned, to be a lifelong resident of Russell County. I have not lived more than 15 miles away from Phenix City, Alabama my entire life. And a lot of people don't say that. Military, a lot of people, they chase a job, but I've been very blessed with getting positions that have either been what I've really struggled to get or that have presented themselves to me that have really been the right decision for me and my family. So I'm very fortunate for that. But one of the things I will say that I'm accused of sometimes is talking too much about my favorite subject, and that would be myself, right? And I'm working on that, I promise. Tonight's your night. It's about you, and it's about what you have accomplished. But I do think it's important for me to talk a little bit about the path that I led and the path that I followed as I came to where I am today, so that you have an idea and thoughts as you leave here tonight and thinking about your future. As he mentioned my family, I think that I decided to put my work and my education first and then start the family, and I am absolutely proud of my family. We were at a conference the last few days, and thinking about how I was going to speak to this tonight. The first thing you always do as a good leader is you talk about your support staff and the people that got you to where you are, and I can promise you my family is that, and so many people I couldn't mention, honestly. I recently stumbled across an old adage that I thought fit the moment well tonight, and that was, be stubborn about your goals, but flexible about your methods. That is important to me, and what that means to me is, just because your plan may not be working out the way you planned for it to, doesn't mean you stop. It means you change your plans. You adjust and you move forward. It is an important piece of it. I can tell you, I have had some changes of plans over the years. whether it was job opportunities or whether it was the position I was in. As you could tell, I've been in public safety my entire career. You can imagine when you deal with disasters and emergencies every day, there's going to be some changes in plans. But just when I think I've got it figured out, boom, right out of left field, something hits you, and you're like, man, how do I adjust to this? The important piece is be ready to adjust. Be ready to move forward, be ready to go to the next level, without a doubt. When I was trying to decide what I wanted to do next, you know, when things would pop up and require that decision, I sought out my family, I sought out my friends, the people that I saw as a mentor to decide, hey, should I do this? Is this the right thing for me? And I can't say that I've always made it the right decision, but you will never ever hear anybody say one thing about chance, and that is he can't make a decision. Because I'm going to make it, whether it's right or not, I'm going to make a decision. Because the reality, that's what the world needs, that's what we need. We need to be able to make a decision. We can't sit in the corner and ponder on it forever. We have to make it for ourselves and our family. To quote the great President Ronald Reagan, my philosophy of life is that if we make up our mind and what we are going to do and make of our lives, then work hard towards the goal, we never lose, somehow we win out. I believe it's true. Decisions are hard. We have all been stressed about something, probably today, probably this evening. But it's how we handle that's what's important. We have to make a decision. We have to move forward. Growing up, earning a high school diploma in my family was not an option. You were going to get that. You were going to do that. Going to college was my decision. You know, I got to make that decision. I can tell you, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure. I was loving my careers. I was loving, you know, something about the lights and the sirens and you know, the whole SWAT team thing. I was loving all of it. But not long after graduation, I decided to be a paramedic. I wanted to work on an ambulance. That's what I wanted to do. So I did it. I mean, it was great. Youngest EMT. The story behind that is you had to be 18 to be an EMT in Alabama. I got my license 7 days before I turned 18. I didn't tell anybody. I waited until I turned 18 to tell anybody. So I had to, you know. I didn't want to get kicked out or take my license, right? But what an awesome opportunity to get to work on an ambulance. I mean, you know, I was starting IVs and resuscitating people. I was starting IVs on people hanging upside down in a ditch in a vehicle. I mean, I was 19 years old. I was not old enough to drive the ambulance, but I could save your life. I mean, there were comments like that all the time. In fact, one of my most memorable moments is when I was 19 years old. I delivered my first baby in the back of an ambulance, 500 feet from where the Troy Phenix City campus is in Phenix City. I never want to do that again. 19 is too young to be delivering babies, I can promise you that. So, cut the cord, had to sign on the birth certificate, Dr. Chance Corbin. So, but I did. So, I went on to the sheriff's office, as he mentioned, and I absolutely enjoyed that career. That was something that I will forever cherish. In fact, I still am a badge toter today because I won't let it go. I really believe that the saving people and trying to help people is the right thing. I started attending Chattahoochee Valley Community College over in Phenix City, where I'm now on the foundation board, David. Absolutely love it. Want to push forward in higher education. Anybody that will take it in any way I can help them do it, I want to do it. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do when I grow up. That's the bad thing, guys. You know, you're going to have all these things in front of you, and you've got to make those decisions. A friend of mine one time, right after I got out of CBCC, a friend of mine asked me, he said, why don't you go take some classes with me at Troy? And I guess the rest was history, because he kind of hooked me in, and next thing I know, I'm going to Fort Benning, Troy, and taking classes, and went on to get my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. And I remember standing on the campus at CBCC, and I asked the then president, Dr. Richard Federico, I said, can I teach criminal justice? I got a degree. He said, you got to have a master's for that. I went, oh man, here we go again, you know. But really, I think what gave it to me the most for the master's degree side was sitting in the audience like you are, parents and family members, when my 50-year-old mother walked across the stage and got her master's degree. That meant it to me. I think I actually said out loud, I want one of those. You know, this was important to me. Never, ever minimize the impact you have on your family. Those coming behind you, or even those older than you, to go back and get a degree in higher education. It could mean the difference in them. I was a non-traditional student. I was there at nighttime, weekends, online, however it took to get my master's degree. So, now, here's where it gets a little crazy. About 3 months before 9/11, when I was working at the sheriff's office, The Russell County Commission appointed me to be the Emergency Management Director in Russell County, Alabama. 3 months before 9/11. You can imagine how that went 3 months later. I did not know what to do in that job. It was something I had to learn and had to go for. But I loved that job. Was able to build a program there and stayed there until 2007. When for about 2 years, I was recruited by Auburn University to come and start their program. And I was a homeboy. I didn't think leaving home was right for me, but I did it. I went to Auburn University. I worked there for 13 years. Absolutely loved it. Retired after 13 years, which was, in the total system, was 28.8 years. Stepped up and said, man, this is great. The reason I retired on December 31st, 2020 was to come to Columbus, Georgia and be the emergency manager here. Because I don't back away from the challenge. I was approached and asked if I was interested, and I absolutely was. This is my home community. This is where I grew up. People say all the time, well, you grew up in Phenix City, but when I went to the mall, guess where I went to the mall at? Columbus. When I went to the restaurants, I went to the restaurants in Phenix City, but there weren't all the restaurants were in Phenix City. Some were in Columbus, right? I went to places in Columbus every day. It was a small learning curve for me. But I can promise you this, the path that I took, whether it was Russell County, whether it was getting a promotion, whether it was getting the job at Auburn University, whether it was coming to Columbus, Georgia, that degree meant a lot in every one of those. I got to show in my resume that I had stepped up. And you'll have people today tell you, oh, well, you don't have to have a degree. We were having this conversation earlier. But the reality of it is, as an employer, someone who's hired people for years, if I have two people with the same experience, the same background, and I see one of them has a degree, what I know is that they took the extra effort, they took the extra step. They are all in for what they want to do with their life, and they want to take it to the next level. And that degree does mean a lot to me. Okay? I think it's important. Sprinkled in those odd careers, honestly, was every time I would take a new position or I would look at something different, I would ask myself, would I be there without that degree? Would I be there without sitting in the chair you're sitting in today? So it's absolutely something to be proud of and something you need to think about. And to quote Thomas Jefferson, if you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. You've done it. You stepped up to the plate. You've made yourself proud. Everybody in this room is proud of you for what you've done. I'm proud of it, 100%. Everybody here is proud. When I was elected office, as a county commissioner, I'll be honest with you, that path was kind of blurred. I didn't know I was going down that path. I grew up in a political family. When I was about 9 years old, my dad came home and said he was running for the Alabama State Senate. I didn't know what that was. I was 9 years old, okay? He ran and won. And for the next 12 years, he was an Alabama State Senator. And the things he went through trying to help people, I swore I'd never get into politics. But I did anyway. In 2000, I ran for circuit clerk in Russell County. I lost by 2%. I barely lost. I said I'd never do that again. 12 years later, I ran for county commissioner because the president of Auburn University sitting in his council meeting said we ought to encourage our employees, if they want to step up and run for office, that we ought to encourage them to do that. That's allowed. I did that, and I've absolutely loved it. The awards that Dr. Tatum mentioned earlier, I'm very proud of those. The biggest thing I'm proud of is our county, the city of Phenix City, the town of Hurtsboro, the education system that in Russell County that I am a product of. Graduated in 1991 out of that new school then. It was new back in 1991. Very proud of all of that. Very proud of living where I live and doing everything I can. Throughout my career, how could you not be? How could you not be happy when in the political scene? And how could you not be driven towards politics? I've met 3 U.S. presidents and every governor since I was 9 years old. The reality of it is, sometimes your path is before you. Sometimes you're going to find it as you go forward. Sometimes people are going to help you with it. And we have to absolutely be ready for that. As far as inspiration, the inspiration is my family. The inspiration is the goal of doing a better thing for my community. The inspiration is doing things that help people. That is my inspiration every day when I get up. Whether it's the role of county commissioner in Russell County, or whether it's the role that I've been entrusted with trying to protect people in Columbus, Georgia now. That is my job. That is what I do. I signed up for it. I don't care if the call comes at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be there ready to do it. Everything that I say to you today is I want to say again, what a great job you have done. What are your goals? Some of you may say that I have reached my goal. This was all I wanted to get this degree. This was my goal. I can just be happy now. Others say, I want to look for a great job that recognizes the accomplishments I've made here. But again, I say jokingly at 50 years old, almost 50 years old, that I still not sure. You know, that there may be something else down the path. I may run for governor one day. You never know. You just never know. But let me tell you for sure, goals in life can be accomplished with a little perseverance and dedication. You've already made a huge step towards that today. Keep true to your goals, adjust the tactics and methods for achieving your goals, but never give up on yourself. You've already proven that. This evening, I would like to challenge each one of you to dig deep inside yourself and create your goals. Not just for what is easy, but for what you want for yourself and your family. As Walt Disney once said, all your dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Now, I know y'all were singing that song in your head and didn't think that's what I was going to say, because I'm messing that up every time. But now, the last thing that I want to mention to you, obviously, is your future. I will say, I wanted to take a side note, because I saw Steve over there. But last Sunday, Steve, when we were walking into church, he said, hey man, the link to get up to join the Alumni Association, the Chattahoochee Valley Troy Alumni Association, is online, it's on Facebook. He said, wouldn't it be cool when you did that speech if you said you were a member? I said, it sure would be. Today I'm a member, because I went in and I did what Steve said and I joined. I encourage each one of you to do it. Keep up with your university. Keep up with what they're doing. Take the next step. You can always go back and get more. Encourage your family members to do it. Okay? Thank you again for affording me this great opportunity to stand here tonight and talk to you. I can't underscore how proud I was and what a privilege it was for me to be here tonight. I want to say congratulations on this great accomplishment. Seize the day and make it count. You've already made all of us proud. You did it, now it's time to celebrate. Thank you.
So I have to share with Commissioner Corbett that he passed the test. Again, Commissioner Corbett, thank you so much for your words of inspiration. And so now we come to a very important part of the ceremony. You get to walk across the stage. So this will be part of the ceremony where we certify candidates, confer degrees, and finally present candidates on stage. Conferring degrees tonight on behalf of the Chancellor is Dr. Lance Tatum. Will the candidates for the associate's degree please stand? Dr. Tatum, this candidate has completed all requirements for the associate degree, and on behalf of the faculty, I recommend that the degree be conferred upon her at this time.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the laws of the state of Alabama, it is indeed my pleasure to confer upon you the associate's degree which you have earned. Congratulations.
Please move your tassel from the right to the left side of your cap. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please stand? Dr. Tatum, these candidates have completed all requirements for the bachelor's degree, and on behalf of the faculty, I recommend that the degree be conferred upon them at this time.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the laws of the state of Alabama, it is my pleasure to confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree you have earned. Congratulations. Right to the left side of your caps. Will the candidates for the master's degree please stand?
degree, and on behalf of the graduate faculty, I recommend that the degree be conferred upon them at this time.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and by the laws of the state of Alabama, it is my pleasure to confer upon each of you the master's degree which you have earned. Congratulations.
You will pass it from the right to the left side of your cap. Will the candidates for the education specialist degree please stand? Dr. Tatum, this candidate has completed all requirements for the education specialist degree, and on behalf of the graduate faculty, I recommend that the degree be conferred upon her at this time.
Upon the recommendation of the graduate faculty, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the laws of the state of Alabama, it is my pleasure to confer upon you the education specialist degree which you have earned. Congratulations.
Pass it from the right to the left side of your cap and be seated.
For the graduate who earned the associate's degree in College of Arts and Sciences, please come forward to the senior honor. Rachel Parson. Will the graduate from the bachelor's degree in the College of Arts and Sciences please come forward to the senior honor? Jessica Renee Goins. Ebony L. Grant. Charles Grimes. John Edward Fine, school supervisor. Chandra Dion Lee. Rhonda M. Stewart. Amy Lauren Lincoln, magna cum laude. Jessica Renee Green. Sandra Stevens. Erica Shantae Tolliver. Terrence M. Whitlock. Michelle T. Dawson. Heather L. Gaddison.
Will the graduates receiving the bachelor's degree in the Sorrell College of Business please come forward and receive your diploma? Carly Alexis Butler. Mackenzie Cheyenne Conley. Angel Parker Hill. Christopher Michael O'Brien. Francine Shaw, cum laude. Howard Lee Williams III. Marva Kentrice Brown. Hannah Paige Harris. Richard Brian Gelker. Karen V. Bennett. Destiny Renee Miles.
Will the graduates receiving the bachelor's degree in the College of Education please come forward to receive your diploma? Alexis Christiana Sherman Gary. Jennifer Lynn Gilkey. Destiny Carey. Hunter B. Clayton. Michael Bianca Bailey. Tanya Denise Amos.
What's for dinner later?
Elizabeth Brown. Agnes Washington.
Quentin Bimber. Aaron Brown. Devon Scott. Aisha D. Adonis. Janice Banks, Madison. Andrew Darius Wood. Richard Gray Kidd. Nikita Devon Smith. Rachel Murphy. Benjamin Nathaniel Whitley.
Will the graduates who earned a master's degree in the College of Arts and Sciences please come forward to receive their diplomas? Robert Stephen Fortier. Leah Sharice Robinson. Alea Ann Anderson.
Will the graduates receiving the master's degree in the Sorrell College of Business and the College of Communication and Fine Arts please come forward to receive your diplomas? Hydra Nicole Miller. Vincent S. Barbudo. Griselda Harris. Michelle Edie. Sarah Tiana Jackson Cade. Stephanie Ann Robinson. Crystal Yvette Farley. Pamela Ferguson. Shakayla Crystal Herder.
Julius Nathaniel Fletcher. Ayana Moss. Kimberly Denise Williams. Lori E. Miorana.
Will the graduates receiving the master's degree in the College of Health and Human Services please come forward and receive your diploma? Monique Chevelle Graves.
For the graduates receiving the Education Specialist degree in the College of Education, please come forward to receive your diploma. Chelsea Louise Lattimore McGee.
Please join me in congratulating all of tonight's graduates. Outstanding, outstanding. Okay, give them another round of applause. Come on. Well done, well done. Thank you, Dr. Tatum, Commissioner Corbett, and congratulations once again to all of tonight's graduates. With At this time, I would ask Miss Rachel Leah Murphy to please come forward to deliver the benediction. At this time, please stand for the alma mater and benediction and remain in place while the platform party and graduates recess. Once again, we want to express our appreciation to each of you for attending Troy University's commencement ceremony this evening. Be well.
We celebrate these graduates, giving thanks for the education received. We are especially grateful for the families and supporters that help make this dream come true. Please help us to use all knowledge learned to make the world a better place and to serve others and to always seek greater good. We ask that you inspire each of us to never be afraid to dream big, run strong, and soar high. We pray that nothing be allowed to hold us back in this life. We seek to live a life filled with love, passion, influence, hope, and determination, that this world is changed for the better. May we have a deep desire to serve faithfully and a heart to work hard, shine over us, give us wisdom and direction in making decisions and in each new situation and journey you have for us now and in the future. We ask that you make our footsteps firm. We ask for your wisdom and clear direction over our lives, and that you would give us understanding beyond our years. We ask you to open doors that need to be opened and close every one that should be closed. Allow every gift and treasure you have placed inside of our lives to grow, develop, and flourish. And now, may the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. All glory to God. Amen. Amen.